Hello guys, it's about a couple of weeks that I have bought this book with the title of How to Draw, and I wanted to take a look and give you the overview about this book. I bought this book because I wanted to learn more about the perspective, and I have seen some videos that some professionals was drawing some cars, aircrafts, and when I tried to do it by myself, the perspective didn't come very right, and it's the picture or the drawing was weird. So that's why I bought this book. So I just wanted to give you a general overview that if you bought this book, what you will see and what are the chapters and what is it all about. The title is How to Draw, Drawing and Sketching Objects in Environments from Your Imagination, written by Scott Robertson and Thomas Bertling. This book comes with 208 pages. It's very high quality paper, and yeah, let's start to review this book together and take a look at it consists of which parts. So as you can see, you can access to the video that comes with this book. It's about some of the tutorials about the sections, and I think it's very useful to see that how this drawing or this perspective can be explained by the author as well. So about the chapters, we will have around 10 chapters. Chapter 1 is about drawing material and skills. 2 is perspective, terminology, perspective, drawing techniques, and yeah, maybe it's better that I page this book for you, so you can have a feeling that what you will see in your hands when you page this book. So this is the author, Scott Robertson. This is chapter 1, drawing materials and skills, all talking about what materials do you need for drawing the perspective, how to draw lines, with which quality you can draw lines. Yeah, to me the chapter 1 is very simple, is very introducing you to the materials and the very basic things. But gradually these books go to the serious topics like the perspective, terminology. This chapter talks about different terminology that you can see in the perspective books, giving some of the basic introduction about the fundamental part of the perspective. But I can say that each part of these sections or chapters will be used or referred in the next chapter. So it's good to take a note or highlighted some of the lines that is interesting for you. So in the future, if you want to go back, you can easily find it. Chapter 3 is perspective drawing techniques. I really like this chapter, so I found some of these topics very interesting, specifically multiplication. Yeah, and there are some practices as well in this book that is very useful. If you follow, you can understand what they are meaning if you trying to practice them by yourself. So I highly motivate you or recommend that trying to replicate what you see in these practices. It helps you to understand it better. Chapter 4 is about creating grids. As we know, grids are very important in perspective. It's kind of a foundation, or like if you want to make a building, the structure of the drawing in the perspective. So it helps a lot to put your lines in the correct places. Is working as a guideline. Different techniques here, they are very useful. I really like that. And yeah, but I can say that when you move forward in every step or every chapter forward, the topics become more complex, more advanced. So you should expect that, because this book, to my understanding, is not only for the people like me that they like to learn about the perspective, but for some professional students in the designing, 3D designing, people that do this drawing in the softwares and not by hands. So some part of the books, even the Scott has mentioned the name of the softwares, so you can use it. In some of the page you can see this element, this play button. So it means that in some parts, if you get your camera, there is a application that I think that showing some 3D drawing, but I couldn't do that. I don't know, maybe my Android version is newer. I understood that the software or the application they have is not updated, so it was not useful for me, but you can try, maybe it works for you. Yeah, this is the part for working with volumes. That I think is a general chapter. If you want to draw any shape that has a volume like car, aircraft, you can use it. But as I said, yeah, when you move forward in the chapters, the topic or the training or the practices that they are here, they become more complex, and sometimes they are not very easy to follow and replicate them. So that's why this is the place that I usually referring or trying to find the videos that is created for these books. Some of them are very useful. After you listening to the video, you understand that, you know, what the author meant, because sometimes it's very hard to learning just by reading the book and trying to practice. Sometimes you need somebody that do it on the paper, and you can watch and you learn without any words. So I think that if you struggle to understand what the author means in some sections, referring to the video. Unfortunately, not for every part of this book there is a review, there is a video, but for sometimes there are. So I recommend that you check the videos as well. And chapter 8 is for drawing aircrafts. So I think this is the part that we get into conclusion, and we learning that we should learn how to using all of these techniques in the real world scenario. I hope that I can do that. Still, I think I am in the early chapters. I have not reached to these chapters, and I have not tried to draw very advanced objects like the aircrafts or the vehicles, but I hope that I can do that. So maybe in the future I do some reviews about my practice with these books, and yeah, whether as a beginner when starting to drawing, what kind of result we can expect. Chapter 9, yeah, I think this is the most interesting chapter for me. It's drawing vehicles, cars, SUV, sedan, van. So I think every boy, when they are younger and they draw, usually the car is one of the main subjects for the drawing. So yeah, I think that it should be fun, and I hope that it works for me and I can learn and grasp the information that mentioned here. There are plenty of information actually, and yeah, I should try to see that whether it works or no. So I think this is a complete example of how to drawing a car. and it's mentioned in multiple steps, and yeah, and finally sketching style and mediums. So some of these examples I think as drawn from the imagination. Some of this drawing in this book they are from the Scott's students, and they looks very nice. Yeah, so yeah, this is it, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will try to practice chapter by chapter, and I put my progress to see that as a beginner how it works, and whether this book and its exercises are useful for me or no. Thank you for watching. See you.